right. Hope you guys are having a great day. I'm actually originally starting to put this video together because I need to send some video clips and what have you of me trading to Apex as part of their screening. I guess it's probably because I'm so close to the uncapped phase that they're probably wanting to make sure that my trading is legitimate, and that it's not an AI bot trading all this stuff. I'm kind of submitting this as their first video. I don't know if they're going to accept this because I know it says that I have to record myself live trading. But as many of you guys know that have been following me, I kind of just trade whenever it's convenient. So if I'm on the road, I don't carry devices to record and all that type of stuff. But we'll see. If they don't accept this video, I will likely have to create another video of me actually live trading, which means I am going to have to be a little bit more strategic about when I trade. So which kind of gives away my flexibility of trading, but for the sake of this screening, I guess I kind of have to. But anyways, I'm going to take this opportunity to actually dive into a couple of trades that I've taken in the past few days with my Apex account. I am officially at 76 days of trading, which I believe that puts me at 4 or 5 more days of trading left before I can hit my last phase. Not really last, but the one that will provide me the uncapped capabilities. So I'm gonna dive right into this. So this is my trade from 3 trading days ago on the 16th, which was the Asia session. For many know, I prefer to trade the Asia and London session more, just out of convenience, right? Like I don't being on the New York session, although provides some amazing opportunities in the market. I'm usually with my kids in the morning, or I'm already on the road for work, so it just doesn't really work for me. Doesn't mean I don't trade New York. It just not as much as I used to, and not as much as when I used to trade options. So anyways, tapping into it. So the first trade I took here, you can see this is, by the way, this is Trader Stats. This is my personal preferred trading journal that I use. I've been using it for about 6 or 8 months now, and I've just based on the cost that I get to spend on it, and also all the perks and the evolving perks of the platform, I like it a lot. And with my mentorships as well, I've been using this as a way to create my cohorts where I provide mentorship feedback, being trade logs and all that. So, anyways, I'll save that for another day. But I took this long setup, and those who've been following me will know that Apex platforms like Apex have kind of like encouraged and pushed me to become more of a scalper. So although I still hold long-term moves on Apex, I just don't do it as much, just especially in the early days when you have intraday trailing drawdown. But I do scalp this account more than anything. Okay. And so right now with this setup, you can see that I sized in here with about 4 contracts on this trade. And I was going for a long setup. And the reason for why I took this long setup was because it was a higher low structure. What does that mean? So I have actually on the right hand side here the exact chart, just so that it might be a little bit easier to illustrate. But as you can see, where I entered the trade was right here. Let me move this marker here. Was right here. Those of my students that I've been mentoring, they know why they probably by now know why I took that trade. But this was a higher low setup, and we were testing a prior resistance. So this entry was clean for me, and essentially I wasn't looking to push too high up because I did feel that there was an area of interest here. So I caught what I needed. I traded until I basically made up to the doji here, and I exited my position. But I got what I needed for the day. Okay. So that was my first trade I guess, from 3 trading days ago. The next one would be the 19th, I think it was. Hold on. Let's go back to the trading journal here. We'll go back to Apex. Yes, so it would be this day. So the 20th was my next trading day. And so on the 20th, it would have been, apologies, I have to hunt down my trades because it was quite some time ago now. Okay, yes, it was this one. So you will see the trade that I took here was a short trade. And again, larger size. I sized it with 3 contracts, as I usually do, a little bit larger over Asia. I shorted this area. Why did I short this area? And you will recognize the trade here that I took. 20, let's see. So I essentially shorted this. And the reason why is, although it doesn't exist anymore, it was an area of interest that I had. Because obviously I reset my charts after each trading day. But I shorted this based on we were coming up on an area of interest and it showed short opportunity. So I shorted it with three contracts. Apologies here. And as you can see here, although there was a continuation, which I could have captured more. Again, I was very content. I scalped exactly what I needed, which usually is ranging between 300 to 400 bucks is all I'm really looking for. Sometimes I'll go for bigger trades, but again, depending on the given day, I'm content with just walking away. That was kind of the reason why I took this trade. For me, it was an area of interest, and generally speaking, if I've marked those areas, it's because there is generally a reaction. You can even see here, this is a trade I didn't take, but we actually had a reaction to that area of interest, which I have still kept there on the chart. And then the last trade, as most recent, which would have been yesterday, actually, over the Asia session. Um, 1 second here, just there you go. The next trade was this one, which was the short trade here. And so I'm going to move into yesterday's chart so that we can kind of showcase why I took this trade. And actually, you still see it actually because the end of day is not over yet. So you can see exactly my arrows of where it entered and exited. But essentially, for me, the reason why I took the short was because, again, I had a spot of interest. But as we came back down, and then we put a potential lower high in, basically, I treated the 200 EMA and the rest of the 9, 20, and 50 EMA as a form of we're going to have a continuation to the downside. And basically, after that, I took my risk. My stop loss would have been basically just above the wick. And when I entered, I captured the short. My risk here obviously would have been that we would have held VWAP still, but obviously we didn't, so it was good. I took my exit here. It was got my 400 bucks, and I walked away. Again, just understand that, like, yes, there was a continuation. We came down, we pushed even further. And if I would have held, that would have been a very solid short, as that would have been a price move from 354 all the way down to 298, which was about a 70-point trade. But again, I sound repetitive, but I'm just wanting to just show the level of consistency to what I'm looking for when I trade with Apex. I'm looking just to scalp. I'm getting in, I'm getting out. Sometimes I'll size high, sometimes I'll size low, but as long as the trade setup provides me the opportunity to, I will take that trade. And so that's kind of how I've taken it. So anyways, I just want to showcase that. I know I'm hoping that Apex just accepts this, but if I have to do live trading, then I will. But if there's any other questions for the group, for the rest of the gang here, though, because I know I posted my last video about my P&L with Apex a few days ago. So if you guys have further questions, feel free to ask me. I'd be more than happy to share that with you guys. But in the meantime, I think that's pretty much it. So I will catch